Welcome, sellers. So, today I'm going to walk you through how to build a winning Amazon presence. And I'm not just talking about one product, I'm talking about your entire brand. We're going to build a system for success that you can scale.
First things first, let's just bust an old myth right out of the gate. If you're still just cramming as many keywords as you can into your listings, well, you're playing a game that's already over. It is time for a much, much smarter approach.
Okay, let's really dive into this. We're talking about Amazon's A10 algorithm, which is basically the brain that ranks all the products. And here's the thing, it doesn't just care about clicks anymore. Not at all. Now, it rewards listings that actually convert those clicks into sales. This creates this incredible feedback loop, right? Better engagement means more sales, which boosts your rank. And that just brings in even more shoppers.
So, here's our game plan. This is the blueprint for building your listing like a pro, piece by piece. We're going to start with the new rules of the game, and then we're going to build a powerful, scalable system from the ground up.
The era of just chasing keywords and making your listings unreadable, yeah, that's completely over. It is all about the customer experience now. Your listing has to prove its value to the algorithm and to a real human buyer every single time they visit. And a huge part of that customer experience is happening right here, on a phone. I mean, this number says it all, right? Your whole strategy has to be mobile first. Over half of all purchases are on a smartphone, which means your title and your main image have to just pop on a tiny screen. You have zero room for fluff. Okay, so you're optimizing for mobile, you're focused on the customer. That's great. But how in the world do you manage all of this as you grow? Before we even touch keywords or copy, let's talk about the single most important system for growth, one that most sellers totally ignore. This is literally the bedrock of your Amazon empire. Look, you can absolutely handle a few listings by hand. No problem. But as soon as you start to grow, that approach just descends into absolute chaos. You'll spend all your time putting out fires and fixing errors instead of actually growing your business.
The real solution to this chaos is what's called a Product Information Management System, or a PIM. Think of it like the concrete foundation you pour before you even think about building the house. Honestly, it's the only sane way to scale your brand effectively.
All right, with our foundation in place, now we can start building the frame of the house. This is what's going to help customers actually find you in the first place. And it all starts with understanding the exact words they're using to search. You know, the best keywords aren't hiding in some expensive piece of software. They're actually hiding in plain sight. These methods show you what real people are doing, giving you the raw, unfiltered language of your actual customers. And this table shows you exactly how to build a title with purpose. See? You capture those big, broad searches first with your main keyword. Then you add specific benefits to stand out. And finally, you target those niche, high-intent buyers right at the end. Okay, so you've earned the click with your great title. That's the hard part done. Now it's time to convince them to actually hit Add to Cart with some persuasive, benefit-driven copy. I want you to burn this quote into your brain. Never, ever forget this. Your job is not to list a bunch of technical specs. Your job is to sell a solution to a problem. You're selling the outcome, the feeling, the better life they're going to have. So, you want to structure your 5 bullet points just like a mini sales pitch. Give each and every bullet a specific job to do, you know? Guide that customer logically from just being interested to feeling totally confident in their purchase. Now, what's really cool about this is how a simple little formatting trick can make a massive, massive difference. For shoppers who are just skimming on their phones, these capitalized headers are an absolute game changer for readability. So, we've designed the interior of our house with great copy. Now it's time to create that irresistible curb appeal with stunning visuals that are really going to seal the deal. For any of you who are brand-registered sellers, A-plus content isn't just about looking pretty. The data is crystal clear. On average, it drives a 5.6% lift in conversion. Let's be real. This isn't optional if you're serious about sales. Think of your images like a visual story, where every single photo has a specific job. You move from that clean, main image to showing it in use, explaining the benefits, getting rid of any doubts, and clarifying the size. You're basically answering their questions before they even have a chance to ask them. And remember, video is no longer a nice-to-have thing, it's a conversion powerhouse. In less than a minute, you can build an emotional connection and show off the value in a way that static images just can't compete with. So the listing is built, it looks fantastic. Now let's talk about the advanced strategies for managing it and growing its value over the long haul. This is how you build a real asset.
Grouping your product variations correctly is an absolute goldmine. And the biggest benefit of all, you get to pool all your social proof, all those precious reviews, into one incredibly powerful listing. And that just lists the conversion rate for every single option you sell. This brings me to a really crucial mindset shift. You have to start seeing negative reviews not as a failure, but as free consulting. I mean it. They are a roadmap direct from your customers, telling you exactly what you need to clarify in your bullet points and your A-plus content. And this brings us right back to the beginning, full circle. To manage all this growth and maintain quality across hundreds, maybe thousands of listings, you absolutely have to have that strong foundation, that PIM. It is the only way to automate and maintain any kind of consistency. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Look, a great listing is a fantastic start, but a great system, that's what truly builds an empire on Amazon. So think about your system.